Hey, so something weird is gonna happen. Hey, my two guys ready to go? You got microphones? Awesome. Hey, it is always good to be here. Really, really enjoy it. It's like coming home to family. Every time I get to come back, it's like family reunion time. When I come here, when I go to O'Fallon, those kind of places where I've been before, of course, Lafayette, spent some time there. It's like family reunion time, and so I really, really enjoy every time I get a chance to come back here. Corey, I got to brag on you for a minute. I preach in a lot of just diverse churches because preachers are like, hey, I got to be gone. Nate, you want to just fill something in while I'm gone? And so usually I walk in the door and the very first thing I'm like is, yeah, you're here. And I'm thinking, how bad is that guy? I didn't get that today. They were like, oh, Nate, yeah. All right, no Corey, I guess, today. So you're doing some good stuff. That's always a good sign. So, hey, today what I want to start with is this. I am curious. Let's see how we're doing on that. How's my, we have that slide. Awesome, there we go. I want to know what it is you're excited about. What is it that you do that you're passionate about? So I've got a couple guys who are going to help me out here. Come on, just pick on somebody. I don't care who it is. There's no wrong answer. Somebody's going to be like, it's okay. I want to know, what is it you're into? Right there, Jim. We can always get something from him. Good.
I'm normally very quiet.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm excited about our teens, our youth group. I mean, I really am. There's some they're small, but they are some really, really great kids in it.
Okay, you took the God answer. That's good. Hold on.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
Like in your free time.
Oh, my
Jim,
free time?
What do you do? I know, you took the right answer.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah.
We love our kids.
I did the church answer. Yeah.
The church camp guy's
Okay,
here today,
yeah.
so give him that answer. I love it, yes. So what do you do for fun?
According to my wife, I paint every room she wants painted.
That's just wisdom. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So
You work on cars?
I get excited when I get to help people. I really do.
Yeah, nice. Love it. Yeah, right here. We're going to, yes.
I know Jim's true answer. He's excited for NHL postseason. It's coming up. Yeah.
Honesty. There you go. We should have that in church.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm excited for that as well. Go Stars.
So we're excited about hockey?
Yes.
Okay, good. We're getting somewhere. Keep going. Yes.
I get excited about outdoor adventures.
Like?
Hiking, fishing,
Hiking?
hunting.
Love it. Yes.
For the Cardinals.
Cardinals. Yeah, that's the right answer in this city. Hey, I've heard from a lot of men. Let's find some lady out there that's going to tell us something great. Oh, yeah, you went to my wife. Good choice.
I'm excited to talk about Nate. No. I'm excited to travel. I love to travel and do the national park thing.
Yes, go see some of God's creation. Love it. Yeah, I love it. Some are like, no, don't talk to me. Oh, right up here. Come on. You guys, that's why I got young people. Run. There it is. Y'all are fast. Love it. We're doing cut moves and all kinds of stuff.
I'm really excited to get to see my kids and grandkids.
Yeah, there's a good one. Yeah, it just like makes your heart just, like it's just glorious. Love that answer. Yes. Oh, we got a little one.
I'm excited to see all my friends at school tomorrow.
You have much better friends than I do. Yes. Excited to see your friends tomorrow. So much so that I know tomorrow's Monday for all of us. We're like, ugh, Monday. She's like, yeah, Monday. To be young again. Yes. Come on. Yes.
So at the St. Louis Air Show this year, they're going to have a replica of an ME-262. That I'm excited about.
Awesome. I understood like 2 words of that, but I'm going with, something that like gets the heart going. Love it. Yes. Come on, let's hear some more. I love it, Zane. Perfect. She's like,
I'm excited that I'm feeling better.
yes. Good stuff.
Oh, man. Crafting and creating.
Crafting, yeah. Those things that just make you like, yeah, it's fun, it's exciting. Coming this way.
I'm excited that, Lord willing, come this Thursday, we mark 1 year till my honey retires. Woohoo!
Good one. Excellent. All right, I'll stop picking for a little bit. Oh, we've got one more. No, come on. When they raise their hand,
I'm excited that I get to sing at Powell Symphony Hall and Carnegie Hall this spring.
Like, bam, trump card. Like, oh yeah, I got y'all covered. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. Yes. Oh,
I'm excited.
I can't turn it down. Yes.
I'm excited about my birthday party on April 18th.
I love it. He gives the date. Make sure you don't forget it. So, we're good. So yesterday was my birthday, and I was not that excited. Something changed somewhere along the line, like, no, another one of those. Didn't you say something right? The first thing was, I'm usually quiet. Let's go to that one. Love you, Jim. Hey, I am excited to be here. I'm excited to be with you all. I am excited about Camp Neotez. Yes, that's why I'm here. That is not the primary message today. And no, I'm not having any luck with this clicker. Hey, there it is. That is not the only reason I'm here. I got a message for everybody. Obviously, I gave you a text that some of you are like, I think I heard that once because it's in the prophets, and who reads those anymore? And it's like this weird text that's like kind of dreary and ominous. Great job where's the guy who read it? That was awesome. That was awesome. I love the fact that you backed up and was like, that didn't sound right, and took another crack at it. Because I do that all the time with the prophets. You're like, did I read that right? It's like kind of crazy text. So I've got a message for you all. I've got a message for the church. And yes, of course, I want to brag on Neotez and get you more involved there because, well, it's where my heart is. It's where my passion is. But that's not the only reason. So what I've been curious about is, way back in the 1960s, some guy sent out a letter. Will Haynes, we think, probably sent out a letter to several other churches and said, hey, we want to start a church camp. And my question is this: why? I mean, really, we're doing church. We're this. And they're all over the city. Tons of churches of Christ doing great things all over the city. And this guy said, you know what? We need something different. Why? Anybody have any guesses? Come on. Why? Why do we need a church camp? That just seems odd. Come on, I'll get you the microphone. I want to make sure everybody can hear. Yeah. Yeah, everything was exciting. Okay, well, we're getting the hindsight reason. That first guy had to come up with something with no experience. And maybe he'd been to a camp. Right. So you found that it was just kind of neat to experience it with other people. It was exciting. There's a different energy level. Somebody else. Why? Right behind you. Zane, come get the window.
Specific focus on a young, not easily young people and their lack of knowledge, and a specific focus on encouraging them and building them up.
Love that. But you focus on one thing that you said. Increasing knowledge. We couldn't do that here. Oh, shouldn't we do that here? And so that's where I go. I'm like, yeah, but we also do that at church. So why is that camp thing different? Heard from a young one. Yeah.
Sometimes kids here are like boring, passing around, coloring pages, coloring. Maybe kids can get to know God by doing a camp, maybe.
Okay. So the coloring pages are good. Good job to the teacher this morning. But maybe camp is going to do something else. Up here. Oh, Zane, let's hear from you, man. Come on.
I would like to say that camp gives you an opportunity to meet and talk about God with a lot of people not normally in your circle, but are your age. And
okay, so we're expanding a circle.
Faith. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I do love St. Louis. This area-wide kind of ministry thing connects with camp. We're going to experience not just Maryland Heights. We're going to shove them over there with somebody from Fairgrounds Road, and then Fairview Heights, and some other fair something. Who else? Right there.
Well, it goes to God is everywhere, and a lot of us city people don't get to be out in this nature. And so that's another place to be with God.
Oh, yeah, and a couple people mentioned that we like that nature thing. And there's something different in nature. Once you get out in the trees, and the not the mosquitoes, the trees and the creek, and suddenly it's like gets this whole other level. You're like, there's just something else. Yeah.
You stole it a little bit, but yeah, getting away from the technology, getting away from the hubbub. The schedule is just camp, and it's, yes, there's a schedule to camp, but it's not that, the worldly distraction. It's not the work responsibilities. It's the campfire. It's the Bible classes. It's the creek time. You gotta love fishing for crawdads.
Crawdads, right. Now, you brought up technology, but in the 1960s, technology, not really the issue. Today, I had a video I was almost going to show, and I was like, I don't think it'll work. But yeah, this idea that the current kids are dealing with this whole other realm of technology and how to break free from that, because it's let's be honest, it's a bit addictive. Yeah. Go ahead.
Having a place with a dedicated focus on God for a week where everything you do has that focus on God can greatly improve your faith and relationship with God.
Yeah, you just added another element here. So now we're talking about you live there. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not sleeping in this building. That pew is fine for a little nap while the preacher's going on. But after that, I wake up and get on out to the whatever restaurant. But this doesn't look like a great place to sleep. So we're sleeping there, we're eating there, we're doing all these things. We live in a context. Tim?
I was just thinking that, during the summertime, there's not much going on in school. It's kind of more quiet and laid back, having some place for kids to go and still be immersed in God. That's kind of where I was going with.
You threw another word in there, laid back. You obviously are not hanging around with Jim enough. I mean, talk about laid back. He pipes up when the preacher's trying to talk and interrupts him. I mean, how rude. It's laid back. I like that. Corey. Hey, there's one that grew up there. Go on.
Yeah, I really like church camp, and I've always said this, but there is something very special for me. There's something very special about me seeing a bunch of church people not in their church clothes. And so, like, I like to see people kind of in their natural habitat and out in the wild. And I feel like I don't really know you unless I've seen your kneecaps. And so it's more authentic, I think.
Until I see your kneecaps. I was thinking more like until I smell you coming. Yeah, those little ones.
I was thinking about my son, and he goes to church camp right now. It'll be his 3rd year, I think, and he doesn't pay attention in church.
Oh, no.
No, this is my brutal honesty from his eyes.
Okay.
There are future leaders, and he doesn't get all the churchy things at church that we need. When he comes back from camp, he's lit.
Yeah.
Like, he is all about God. He wants to show me all of his things that he did. He's just, and I think that church camp for the guy was essential because there are future leaders that are coming up. They're taking our places.
Love that. I think we've got one more, and then I'm going to move on.
I think it was to build fellowship and unity among youth because they don't have that in schools.
Oh, yeah, I love that too. We're combining, we're unifying, but I think I'm kind of fitting on, and obviously it is not for these reasons. It's not about the getting in a big pile of foam, playing 9 weird games that they create at camp, because inevitably at camp, you get the weirdest games imaginable, and it doesn't make sense, but we still play them anyway. And it's not even about silly songs around a campfire. That's not what it's about. It's just different. I can't say it's better. I'm not going to say it's worse. It's just different. And yeah, there are certain people that are going to go into camp setting and go, I feel alive. And I was one of those kids. I would go to camp kind of like your child. And finally, my ADD was given a location to just fly. They said, Nate, look at it. There's tons of land. Go look at all of it. And when you come back, then we're going to do Bible class because you're wore out. But on Sunday morning, it was stuff myself into whatever clothing I had to wear because you could not wear jeans to church. Sorry, Dad. Now I could wear whatever I wanted, get as dirty as I wanted, and then go to Bible class. And it finally just like, this works. And I would come home and I'd be like, Dad, oh man, I love camp. We sang these weird songs. All the songs we sang this morning. We sang these weird songs. Can we sing those? And now I don't really know what to think about my dad's reply. His was, great, lead them. Nobody wants that. No, nobody wants to hear that voice. I was like, oh, you got me there. But I just kept thinking, why? It's just a different song, some different words, maybe a different tune, but it had this energy about it. It had this something else about it. By the way, the singing this morning was awesome. Loved it. Woo! I love Church of Christ, man. We can sing it because we know all the parts and we can like hit the notes. Well, some of you can, and I just sit near you. But it was just different. It was like this whole other environment that I was like, you know what? I'm coming alive here. And I love this feeling, this experience that I had that was just different. Now, here's the reality. You can go to a lot of different places and look at the current statistics, and here's what they're all saying. Ladies and gentlemen, we're kind of in this crisis mode where people are starting to go, is the church doing well? Is it doing poorly? And most of the statistics are showing things aren't great right now. And that's scary to me. Because I work at a place where we get kids from church. Historically, that's what we've done. And if the church isn't doing well, the camp isn't doing well, and it all works together. The other thing is, I want to see the church thrive. I want to see God's people thrive. And it's scary to me that maybe we're not. Here's what they're finding is most of like the center of Christianity is moving. It is moving to Central and South America and to Africa. That will be soon like the Christian center, where we've typically been the Christian center. And before us, Europe was the Christian center. It's kind of like making this move. That's at least their predictions. Now, that doesn't have to be true. And it's on us. And my question is, as a church, what can we do? And I see it here. This is amazing. Last time I was here, we didn't have this many people in these pews. This is great. So something is happening here in Maryland Heights, and I want to say good job. Keep this up. So whatever the national statistics are, we can ignore them because Maryland Heights is just going. So keep going. Whatever you're doing it right. Keep it up. One of the things I love that you did was got yourself Corey. When I heard you were looking at him, I was like, excellent, young guy, loves camp. No, that's not it. I watched him grow up, and I was like, he's an awesome young man, and I think he's going to do great things here, and he is. Elders, my next question for you is this, and it kind of goes to what you said. What are you doing to raise the next generation? Because ultimately that's what camp is about. We're here to help you raise the next generation. We want to get kids down there that might not, thrive in this setting, to give them another setting and go, it's different, it works for me. Some kids go to camp, they're like, no, bugs, snakes, it's dirty, yuck, I'm going back to the church building. Great. Again, it's just different. But I'm curious, elders, I'm going to pick on you first. Have you already started training the next elder? I mean, why is it that we have this eldership process where you get put in and then it's like, just figure it out? Do we ever train elders? Do we ever think about that idea that maybe we could, because I trained my son up in the way he should go, and you know what my goal was? Make him better than me. It wasn't hard. I'm pretty low. Second, he's just like my wife, so I mean, I'm already ahead of the game. He acts like my wife, and I'm down here, piece of cake. I can make him better than me. What if we made the next set of elders better than you? What if Corey has a mentor who's helping him in his preaching, and then he in turn mentors the next preacher that's going to take over right here? I've said this in churches before. Some churches have a ton of money. Here's a crazy idea. What if when these high schoolers graduate high school, we send them for a year to a missionary? Because more than likely, they have no clue what they want to be when they grow up. They go to college and just spend your money and then go, I'm dropping out. What if we said, go here, work with this missionary we support, spend a year or two with him, we'll cover the bill. When you come back, you know what you want to do in life. Maybe it's to be a missionary. Maybe it's to be the next Corey. Maybe it's to be, I don't know. But have this vision of how can we make this church amazing in the future instead of, yes, we're doing good things right now. And trust me, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just a very forward-thinking type of person, and I'm always getting creative ideas of like, how do we do it better? How do we do it better? Yesterday was my birthday. Yes, I wasn't happy about it, but what I loved, I had a whole group of friends, some from here, that came down to camp and helped me make camp better. It was a great day. We cut wood and moved branches and burned stuff, and it was awesome because everything became better. That's who I am. And so when I go to churches, that is my question. How do we make this thing better? And are we already thinking about the next step and the next step and the next step? Yeah, look at all the kids in here. It's awesome. I love hearing kids interrupt me, much better than Jim doing it. And preach it, right? These little kids are growing up with awesome families. Hey, have the rest of you helped them? Because I talked about what are your passions, what do you enjoy doing? I was talking to Jeannie this morning, what do you enjoy doing? She's like, I don't have any time. Raise kids, see if I can get some sleep. Wouldn't it be awesome if you gave them a night out? Who has the time to give them a night out? Empty nesters. We have nothing but time. Whenever we're not traveling, we go take their kids, love on them for a while, and let them go out for the night. What a cool idea. And now they've got grandma and grandpa right here. And they go run to them and ask for money from you later. Guys, I'm excited about the church. And here's the way I see it. In Psalm 127, in verse 3, it talks about this idea that children are a Few choices for you. Heritage. I heard your Greek this morning. I'm going to throw a little Hebrew at you. Heritage, gift. Your third option is inheritance. Do you ever think about your kids as an inheritance? Because if you think about it, you receive something from God that you probably didn't deserve. And you get them for a time, and then that's it. But you inherit them. You get them for that little bit. And what are you going to do with them? Spoil them? You just blow it all away? Kind of like your money, the regular money inheritance? You doing that with your kids? Are you investing in them? Are you pouring into them? And that's what I want us to do today. I want to invest in our kids. So, in what ways can we invest in the future of this church, in our kids, to help them in this process? It was great watching Colton coming through, picking up the communion and little things. What if you had the kids do that? I saw one week you did that. I was laughing at Tim because his little one was cruising along. I was like, I love that. Again, any way you get little ones to be a part of this. That little kid that's got tons of energy, you give him a microphone and let him run around the room. See what we did there? Be creative. Does church have to look like this? Well, I've already shown you it doesn't. I messed your whole system up this morning. You're like, this is not how we do church. Well, redo it. Why? What are we here to do? Praise God and support each other. And I'm hoping we do that today. Obviously, I love God, and yes, I love all of you, and I love what you're doing here, and I want to encourage you to keep on, because I'm curious. For me, it's always a joy because, and some of you experience this already, seeing Corey preach is awesome for me because I watched him as a teenager. And now seeing him in this role, I'm like, oh, that is so cool. And I'm looking forward to what Zane's going to be. I'm just looking forward to watching these kids grow up and you're like, oh, that is so cool. And some of you who invest in them really get to enjoy it because you're like, hey, who knows, I might have played a small part in that. Very small, but it's all right. That is just fun. I mean, we got a number of teachers in here. That's what you're doing. You're pouring into these kids. And it might be in the source of English or social studies, whatever you're doing, library. But you're pouring into kids and you're hoping one day to maybe see something where you're like, wait, how did they turn out? And that's just fun, right? It's a lot of fun. So invest in your kids. All right, so let's go to our passage this morning. Here's the essence I see, is I grew up in this place right here, and this is very intellectually focused. You all sit here and you listen to one person up on stage to receive a message. My problem was my heart wasn't in it. You got my brain. You got my brain so much that I decided to go get more education. Got an MDiv, why? Because I just wanted somebody to mess with my brain. I went on and got my doctorate. Why? I wanted somebody else to mess with my brain. Why? I was just curious. I was just feed this thing. But you know why that happened? Because my heart was already fully in it. Camp got my heart started. It was like, you know, is it kind of that, what's the Ezekiel say? A heart of stone? And it's like, no, we're going to break that heart of stone up. Okay, now we get to the inside and we're going to boom, 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 and get that thing started. But eventually then, it became my passion. Like all of you, what do you do for fun? What is it you're passionate about? What if your passion was this church? What if your passion was working for Christ? Steve Johnson, I love hanging out with him because his stories about the stuff that he has done in retirement are absolutely enjoyable. It was like, I worked for Sojourners for a while, which meant I went to campuses and different places and did work for people who needed it, Christian organizations who needed it. He's wearing a shirt the other day from Church of Christ Disaster Response. You know what they do? They run a chainsaw all day long, every single day. And then they move them to a new location to run a chainsaw all day, every day. I was like, I love Church of Christ Disaster Response, but I'm not ready for that chainsaw. Whew. But he does. And he's down at camp cutting wood. Why? Passion. It's where his passion is. And if we can figure out your passion and connect that to Christ, now we're getting somewhere. My son sent me a message the other day. He said, hey, Dad, are there any books you're interested in? And I'm in the middle of my doctorate. I was like, I'm not interested in any more books. They're making me read all these boring books that I can't hardly see because I'm old. And he said, but I mean, is there something you'd read for fun? And I was like, well, I heard that there's this guy that came out with this book about a book series about the Nephilim. Anybody? Anyone? Nobody got that joke. Wow. Go back to Genesis chapter 6, 1 and 2. Have a good time. And I was like, why? Because it's this weird Bible thing, and the guy made fictional story out of it. And I was like, it is so much fun. So what did I do? My love of reading connected to my love of Bible, and I put the two together in this weird book. Some guy wrote that. What a great idea. Some of you are into computers. What can you do with your computers dedicated to God? What can you do as a teacher dedicated to God? What can you do in retirement dedicated to God? I know you're retired, some of you. That doesn't mean it's over. I think often it's like, I'm retired, now I get to do whatever I want. And yes, you do. What do you want? Because you're going to do wherever your passion is. It'll show. So when he gives us a new heart, what is that heart going to say? We teach our minds really, really well here, which is why Steve this morning in class was able to see somebody's license plate and tell them exactly what scripture was on the license plate. Why? We got the brain. Memorize the scripture forward, backward, inside out. But if we don't have the heart, we have no movement. People come in, sit down, and get more knowledge and more knowledge and more knowledge. Eventually, guess what? You have to leave the classroom. And your heart is going to direct where you're going to go when that happens. A couple verses that add to that Ezekiel one. Jeremiah is going to talk about it. Matthew is going to actually go back to Isaiah, and he's going to reference Isaiah as that talks about the heart. Of course, Ezekiel is all about it. There's a lot of verses early on that talk about this idea of having a hardened heart. We've often questioned David, King David. He's a man after God's own heart, but he's so flawed. See, we don't understand. He has a passion for God. A passion for God doesn't mean I'm flawless. It just means whenever I make the mistake, I'm still going to run back to God because that's where my passion is. We're trying to figure out Pharaoh, that his heart gets hardened. Hard to say very fast. How is that possible? What does that mean? Well, he had become so opposed to God, there was no turning him. You see, the heart matters. And when we figure that out, places like Neotez, places where kids connect to God in some weird way, those become amazing, well, like Jacob, places where you come in contact with heaven. This place is unique. This place is holy. We have been given an inheritance of Camp Neotez. I'm curious what comes next for it. I really enjoy having Alyssa as the new board president because she has this same thing that I do, which is this crazy desire to make things better. And she's in love with Neotez. And so her direction is like that. And she's going and going and going. But I'm just curious. We just lost somebody completely dedicated to Neotez, Marlon Henley, who I absolutely adored. Who's taking his place? This is what I mean to the elders. Who's taking your place? Get them ready. Start them now. Who's taking Marlon's place? Who's going to take Nancy's place? And unfortunately, talking about this requires us to consider our own mortality, which is never fun. But we're not going to be here forever. So what am I leaving behind? Just all the hard work I did? Well, that's not good enough. What if I instead gave the next person who's just as passionate as I am, who's just going to take it and run with it? I have about 2 or 3 years, 4 years left at camp, maybe. We don't know. God's going to decide that. I'm already trying to figure it out. I'm like, who's the next one? Zane, you up? No, not quite. Michael? No? All right. See, I'm looking. I'm not opposed to anyone. Maybe. I'm looking. Why? Because I love the place, and I want to find somebody else who loves the place, who just takes up the work I already did. Y'all, we have a lot of great things we can do for this kingdom. But it is going to require our heart. It is going to require the mind also, which I think we already really have really well. But let's get the heart on fire for God, and everything else is going to be easy. God will direct our paths. Let's pray together. Father, I thank you for this group. I thank you for the fact that they're growing and making a difference in this community. I thank you for their energy, their excitement, their love of you, and I thank you for their heart. It's obvious that they have a passion for you as well because things are moving. Father, we know that you are the reason that a church grows. You are the reason that all things happen. Father, I also know that you care about our heart and our relationship with you. Father, I pray that we continue to expand our knowledge, and we also expand our love of you. And on top of that, Lord, I ask that we also instill that in the next generation. In all things, we give you praise and glory and honor, and pray this prayer in your name. Amen. Let's stand and sing.